Welcome to the Trading Psychology, a channel dedicated to elevating your trading mindset. Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that most traders aren't losing because of their strategy, but because of the way they think? Think about it. Every chart, every price move, every decision you make, are you following a plan, or are you chasing a feeling? In the shadows of the market, there's a thin, invisible line between a gambler and a strategist. Both take risks, both seek rewards, but one relies on impulse, the other on discipline. Jesse Livermore once said, "The market is never wrong, opinions often are." And Mark Douglas reminded us, consistency in trading comes from consistency in thinking. According to the CFA Institute's Behavioral Finance Survey 2022, emotional biases, not lack of knowledge, are the silent killers of trading performance. So tonight, we're not just talking about charts or setups, we're diving into your mind, the real battlefield of every trader. Stay with me till the end, because we've prepared a special exercise for you to start shifting from gambler to strategist. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the Trading Psychology, and share this with friends who are ready to win the mental game of trading. Chapter 1: Recognizing the Gambler Within. Every trader starts with the same dream: to win big, to beat the market, to be free. But somewhere along the way, most fall into a silent trap, not the market's trap, their own. You see, losing money isn't the real problem. The real problem is why you lose it. It's not the chart that betrays you. It's the impulse that whispers, "Just one more trade." Michael Koval once said, in trend following, gambling is about luck, trend following is about probability. That single line separates amateurs from professionals. Gamblers live for the thrill, strategists live for the odds. One tosses the dice, the other calculates the edge. And here's the truth: every time you click buy or sell without a defined plan, you're not trading, you're gambling. Linda Bradford Rashk, one of the sharpest minds in trading, once said, "The first step to winning is recognizing when you are losing." That's brutal honesty. Most traders don't lose because they lack skill, they lose because they refuse to see the gambler in the mirror, the one who trades to feel alive, not to grow, the one who believes the next trade will fix everything. A 2021 report from JP Morgan Asset Management revealed that over 70% of active traders make emotionally driven decisions at least once a week, often triggered by overconfidence, frustration, or fear of missing out. So here's what you can do differently. For the next 7 days, keep a notebook beside your screen. Don't just write your trades, write your feelings. Before and after you take them, notice when your hand moves faster than your mind. Mark the trades that came from clarity and those born from impulse. At the end of each day, pause, ask yourself, was I making decisions from strategy or from emotion? That moment of reflection, that raw honesty, is where transformation begins, because once you can see the gambler within you clearly, you can finally start to silence him, and that's when you stop being a victim of the market and start becoming its strategist. Chapter 2: Shifting Mindset from Luck to Skill. Most traders secretly believe success comes down to luck. They don't say it out loud, but when they blame the market, the news, or bad timing, they're giving luck all the credit. That mindset quietly kills growth because it keeps you passive, reactive, and emotional. Real traders don't wait for luck, they build systems that make luck irrelevant. Van Tharp once said, "Risk management, not luck, determines longevity in the markets." That line alone separates the amateurs from the professionals. The difference isn't about who predicts the market better, it's about who manages uncertainty better. Ray Dalio echoes this truth: systematize your decisions to remove emotional mistakes. In other words, when you rely on structure instead of feeling, you replace randomness with repeatability. Even data backs this up. A 2020 BlackRock study on investor psychology found that traders who use predefined rules outperform emotional decision makers by a wide margin, not because they're smarter, but because they're consistent. Their confidence doesn't come from winning, it comes from knowing exactly why they act. So today, shift from luck to skill. Pick one trade, just one, and plan it like a professional. Set your entry, exit, and risk before you even click a button, then execute with zero improvisation. Afterward, take a quiet moment to notice how it felt, that moment of clarity, the one without hesitation or regret. That's the feeling of control. The truth is, luck might bring you a win, but skill keeps you in the game. Every trade you systematize is a brick in the foundation of mastery. At some point, you'll stop hoping for a lucky break and start realizing you no longer need one. That's when you've crossed the invisible line from gambler to trader. Chapter 3: Emotional Discipline and Self-Control. Most traders don't lose because they lack knowledge, they lose because they lose themselves in the moment. The market doesn't destroy you, your reactions do. Every spike of fear, every flash of greed, every urge to chase, those are not random emotions, they're your untrained impulses hijacking the wheel when calm is most needed. Emotional control isn't a luxury in trading, it's survival. Brett Steenbarger once wrote, "Control your mind, control your trades." It's one of those deceptively simple truths that cut to the bone. Every chart, every candle, every tick is neutral. It's your interpretation that it's chaos or clarity. When your state of mind swings with the price, you become predictable to the market, and predictability is death to a trader. Alexander Elder reinforced this with brutal precision. Without emotional discipline, even the best strategy fails. Think about that. The strategy isn't the problem, the person using it is. Morgan Stanley's 2019 Behavioral Finance Insights showed that traders who practice emotional self-awareness before trading sessions outperform those who don't by up to 23%. So before your next session, close your eyes for 5 minutes and run the trade in your head. See yourself calm, deliberate, steady. When the real market opens, pause before you click that button and quietly ask, "Where am I emotionally?" The moment you start measuring your emotions with the same precision you measure your trades, something changes. You stop being reactive, and you start being intentional. That's the edge no indicator can show you. The charts don't care about your feelings, but your results always reflect them. The trader who masters his mind doesn't just survive volatility, he thrives in it. That's the invisible threshold where emotion stops being the enemy and becomes the tool. That's where the real professional begins. Chapter 4: Developing a Strategic Edge. Most traders believe the market is a game of prediction, but the best traders know it's a game of probability. You don't win by guessing what will happen next, you win by stacking the odds in your favor. Every great trader has something invisible behind their trades, a strategic edge. It's not luck, it's not instinct, it's the disciplined understanding of when not to play. Without that edge, you're just another participant in the crowd, reacting to noise instead of reading the structure beneath it. Nicholas Darvis, in How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market, put it bluntly: trade only when the odds are in your favor. Darvis turned observation into precision. He waited for patterns that aligned with his rules and ignored everything else. Denise Shull, author of Market Mind Games, adds another layer. Your edge comes from understanding your own emotional responses. When you know what triggers impatience, fear, or overconfidence, you stop being manipulated by the market's rhythm. You become part of the rhythm itself. A 2021 MSCI study on investor decision-making found that traders who clearly define and measure their edge outperform discretionary traders by more than 18% annually. So here's what to do next. Take a deep look at your trades and ask, where do I actually win? Are you better when you ride trends or when you fade extremes? Track it, backtest it, give your intuition data to stand on. Because mastery in trading doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing less but with ruthless precision. When you understand your edge, hesitation disappears, confusion fades, and patience becomes your weapon. The market will always have noise, traps, and chaos, but the strategist with a clear edge walks through it untouched. That's when trading stops being a gamble and becomes an art. Chapter 5: Creating a Sustainable Trading System. Most traders don't fail because they lack intelligence, they fail because they lack structure. In a world where every tick feels urgent, the trader without a system becomes a slave to emotion. The difference between chaos and control isn't knowledge, it's discipline. A true trading system is not a collection of random tactics, it's a blueprint that turns uncertainty into precision. Richard Dennis, the legendary architect behind The Complete Turtle Trader, once said, "Follow rules, not impulses." Those 6 words separate professionals from gamblers. The turtles he trained didn't rely on gut feeling. They followed a clear set of rules for entries, exits, and risk. It wasn't about predicting, it was about repeating what works. Likewise, Linda Bradford Rashk, in Street Smarts, reminds us that a system turns chaos into opportunity. In other words, structure isn't limitation, it's freedom. A good system doesn't cage your creativity, it channels it. According to a 2020 CFA Institute survey on systematic trading strategies, traders who built and refined their systems consistently outperformed discretionary traders by a wide margin. The key wasn't complexity, it was consistency. They knew exactly why they entered a trade and when to walk away. The system became their compass when emotions threatened to take over. Here's what to do now. Define your structure. Write down every rule you follow, the exact conditions that trigger your entry, the exit signals that pull you out, the amount you risk, and how you manage that risk. Then only act when the market aligns with that plan. Don't trust your impulses, test your patterns. Review your trades weekly and note where you broke your own rules. Those are the cracks where chaos slips in. Because the truth is simple, consistency isn't born from willpower, it's engineered through systems. The trader who has structure is unshaken by volatility, immune to fear, and patient through noise. When your trading system becomes an extension of your mindset, you no longer chase the market, you let it come to you. And that's when mastery begins, not in prediction, but in precision. Conclusion: the discipline of mastery. In the end, trading mastery isn't built in a single breakthrough, it's forged through consistent self-awareness, structure, and patience. Every great trader knows that mindset transformation is not an event, but a process. You evolve trade by trade, reflection by reflection. Success in this game doesn't come from predicting the market, it comes from predicting yourself, your reactions, your habits, your discipline under pressure. Paul Tudor Jones once said, "The most important rule of trading is to play great defense, not offense." That one line captures the essence of longevity in the markets. It's not about chasing opportunity, it's about protecting your capital, your focus, and your emotional balance. So here's your preparation for mastery. Step 1. Spend 5 minutes every day reviewing your trades and noticing your emotional triggers. What made you rush? What made you hesitate? What made you break the rules? Awareness builds control. Step 2. Each week, improve one small element of your trading system. It could be a risk rule, a timing adjustment, or a new filter. Tiny refinements compound into big stability. Step 3. Every morning before the market opens, take 60 seconds to reaffirm your long-term vision. Remind yourself that you are not here to win one trade, you are here to master thousands. Trading is not about intensity, it's about consistency. Every day you follow your plan, you're reprogramming your brain for calm precision. That's how mindset becomes muscle memory. That's how chaos turns into clarity. If this message resonates with you, like, subscribe to Inside the Trader's Mind, and share this with a friend who's walking the same path. The next video will take you even deeper into the psychology of performance and how to stay centered when the market storms around you. Because mastery isn't found in the charts, it's built in the mind.